Okay, guys, welcome back to another episode of not Conan, Ark. Oh my gosh, I'm telling still. All willy-nilly yet. I'm not 100% feeling great yet, but we're getting there. We're getting there. So we have Wix. I don't want to point a gun at her because she always does it to me at 70s to die. If you,
I do not.
oh, that's right. You just shoot at me. My bad. And
Where's it?
if you haven't checked out Wix, she's channel's down in the description. She does a lot of games just like I do, but she's been on Ark with us doing a lot of baby raising, doing a lot of the nitty gritty stuff. And today I want to surprise her with some of the stuff we got in the last episode. Alright, so Wix, this is a guy I raised for you. I think well, you kind of knew about this guy, but it's done. Alright, that's the first
Ooh.
thing.
Yeah.
And it is 100% imprinted. I'll put the cryopod on him. But as you can see, it's a
Cool.
weight one. And it's
Okay.
2,300 weight to start with.
Awesome.
Alright, and then... Alright, I'm not sure if I remembered right, but I'm pretty sure you like these guys. So, I raised one of these guys for you.
Oh.
You can change the name if you want to. Alright, now we're going to get into the cool stuff. Alright. This is your guy. Alright. I went over in Jen and got him.
Oh,
And
that will
that,
help.
yes. So, Wix, if you want, I can show you how these guys work here after I'm done. Because I'm going to pull mine out and use it. But this is a 145 perfect tame. With an egg. Sorry, I get the egg. It's part of the deal.
I know where to
Alright.
steal them from if I need one.
Now, just keep in mind, this guy's from Matt. So here you go. Check this guy out, Wix.
Okay. Oh my gosh, look how pretty.
Meat runs should be a little easier for you.
Oh, I don't know how to use them, but I'll figure it out.
Alright, and then the grand finale of what I have to give to you. I'm sure I'm forgetting something, but here you go, Wix.
Is
And
that
it's
a
not a clone. It's an original. You can't breed these.
griffin? I remember these guys.
Yes.
Been a
I'm
while. Those are. Oh, he looks pretty too.
You just got to be really careful, and I can show you how to make a transponder node. You're not going to want to cryopod them after we put a tracker on them, but just in case you ever die on them or something, you know what I mean? We can get
Uh-huh.
back to them really quick so you don't ever lose them. This is from one of Matt's friends. She had a ton of griffins, and she was willing to part with a non-clone. It is crazy that this is not a clone in these
Oh, that is
colors.
awesome.
All right, so do you want me to level it for you, Wix? Because it's not leveled, but you're going to want
Yeah.
to keep it safe. And the reason I'm saying this is I would just put all the points into stamina if you plan on riding it at all, because you don't want this thing to get hurt. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't recommend fighting with it because it's not the highest level by any means, but it's not a trash level either. You know what I mean? So we're going to
Right.
put it all in stamina. By the way, 1,800 is enough to get from your house back to my house. In like, go leave here, go to your house, and come back without stamina resting. So you should be good on that front. If you wanted, you could put the next points into like weight and health, you know.
Okay.
Um, but I wouldn't fight with him. He's not necessarily a fighter because he doesn't have a
No.
saddle, so he's not. He doesn't get like the protection bonus the other ones get.
Yeah, I don't want to risk that with
But
he's
he's a
too
good
pretty.
transporter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you get good on their back, they hover, and you can use a crossbow while you're on them. But
Yep.
that's when you get more
Oh.
familiar with them. Oh, where am I? Am I on your head?
You
I think
were.
it, yeah, I think I was on your head. So these guys are to help you out. So the Maywing is really gonna help you out with baby
Oh,
raising, and I'm gonna show you that in a minute if you're up for it. After we take a break here, but um, and then the Shadow Mane is obviously gonna be good at getting meat. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna be really help you out on the meat front.
yeah.
And this guy, these are faster than RGs, so this will help you go around, pretty quick. So I'm
All
super
right.
pumped. But these are now yours, Wix. All right, Wix. One thing I want to show you quick though is this is your egg right here. So it's a slot 2, and the second number is the top of the giga, and then the first number is the middle part, and then the last one is the belly. So you won't really see the last slot. But if you're trying to figure out what it'll look like, and then I'm going to show you guys and Wix how these guys work here. Oh,
Whoa.
we got a little bit of leg. And what we're going to do, see how annoying these guys are. It's when they're babies, it's basically, I think, like a day and a half of this, or a day of this, where you're just putting meat in them because they're babies for a day. Now, we have these Maywings we got on Gen 2, and we're going to show you guys in Wix how to use them, although we're being careful. We're using our kind of starter gigas, I guess you would say, just in case something goes wrong and they change something. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold triangle on this guy, and we're going to enable baby feeding trough nursing. All right. So now, that guy, we could pull the meat out of them, and let's see if they start eating. And let's go ahead. So their food is
Oh,
360. We'll take a look at it. What's
I just
yours,
put meat
Wix?
on now. Sorry.
Oh,
I'll
yep.
take the meat back out.
Oh, I got it. And your food stat is 380 right now. So in a couple seconds, we'll come back to make sure they're eating out of them. Oh, my mine already is. Yep. It already took a bite. So it's
There.
taking from the
Yep.
inventory of the Maywing. Yep, here's 8 too. Okay. And these guys are super incredible for a bunch of reasons. All right, so we're going to get into this now. So they will feed babies from their inventory. So we got baby gigas out right now, and it's eating out of here. Can we see what stack they're eating off of? Yeah, it's of this stack here. The 35 went to 34 right there. Get that spoiled meat out of there. Now, these guys are really incredible. So, Wix, I'm going to put half of a stack of cooked meat in there, and you can take it out. There you go. It's in the Maywing. Now, I want you to look
Okay.
at the weight when you pull it out and when you put it into the inventory of the. So, you can see in my inventory, it weighs 2.4, and when we put it in the Maywing, it only weighs 1.2. And a full stack only weighs 2.5 because Wix put in hers too. So you can see it halves the weight of cooked meat, raw meat, because raw meat is 4 pounds normally, and it's only 2 pounds in the inventory of this guy. And it also does it
Oh.
with berries. So I'm gonna grab a stack of berries. I gotta find a stack of berries quick. I think they're down here at the end. And I will do the same here. In Wix, you can pull it out so you can check for yourself too. But in my inventory, these 99 berries weigh 9.9, and in here they only weigh 5, which is actually 4.9, but it's rounding up right now. So that is a big deal right there. The fact that it can raise babies, but it gets better. So it's these guys are feeding off of this. They don't have to be in the saddle. You can actually have babies in the saddle though. But this is where these guys get really cool, I think. So we're going to go on here and show the trough area. They start off with kind of a small area, right? As you can
Mm-hmm.
see here. Can you see that, Wix, too, the green?
Yeah.
All right, so their nursing effect does a few things. They all start out at 0, so that doesn't necessarily mean you have to have a high level one of these, because they all start out at 100%. What we're going to do here is we're going to pump the levels, and you can see in the background, it's starting to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And we're going to pump all our levels into nursing effects, so you can see the range is bigger.
Yeah.
But another thing this stat does, Wix, too, sorry, if you have questions, you need to ask, too, but this, every time you pump a level in nursing effect, not only does the trough get bigger, but the amount of food that fills the Rex gets bigger by 1%. So now each piece of meat that these gigas are getting are doing 122% of what they normally would do. So instead of replacing 30 food, they're going to replace like 34 food. So we get a bunch of level on one of these guys. It can make how much meat that you go through a lot less. Did you follow that part, Wix, or?
Yeah, you said Rex. Do you
Oh,
mean?
my Wix. Sorry. Gosh, I am so out of it.
No, I meant when you were talking about the food, the amount of food the Rex gets. Were you talking about the
Oh, the
gigas?
Giga. Sorry. Yeah, I'm
Okay,
so out of
sorry.
it. Yeah.
No, you're
No.
fine. You're
It's good
so
that you
good.
brought that up because probably everybody watching is like, what in the heck? He went from Gigas to Rexes in no time. But you can see the range. You see how big the range got compared to what it was, Wix?
Yeah, so when you increased the
Nursing
food.
effectiveness.
Oh, I see that down there now.
Yeah, and it
Okay.
always starts at 100. And every point we put into it, the area that it can feed, it gets bigger. And then also, every percentage point we put in it too makes the food more effective. So
Okay. It
the
will give
food
them
is,
more food.
yes. So now our food is probably doing, or it is doing 122% of what it normally would fill these guys. So I
Okay.
think that's really crazy. And so you basically just fill one of these up and you don't even have to touch a baby no more. You
You just
know,
make
you
sure
just,
it's filled.
uh-huh. And then there is another mechanic. So when these guys turn to juvenile, these guys will try to eat out of the trough first. And I think that's a cool idea is even when this guy's nursing, that these guys won't try to eat out of it in case you have like a lot of babies on this thing, you know. So they'll go
Yeah.
to the trough when they can. They'll try to find a trough when they can. Now I'm gonna hide this range because we're gonna show off these guys here. So I'll be showing more of these down the road. But what these guys are, this is Dr. K and Nurse K. I named them that way because the doctor gets a lot of credit and the nurse does all the work. And
Yeah.
with this, they do as well. So he's only here to be mate boosted. And what we're going to do is when a baby is ready to be imprinted, we're going to put her in the pouch, the baby in the pouch, and you'll get a double imprint from them. So, for example, a glow tail is 17% per imprint. If we put
Hmm.
it in her on the imprint, it would be 34%. So that means
You
you
have
can
to
get a glow
imprint
tail imprint.
less.
Yes. So that means you can get halfway done with a glow tail and just leave it sit. And that's really helpful because like glow tails, phylas, they're really close to be where you can get a full imprint or not anyway, and it makes it a lot easier. The only
Yeah.
downside to this is they have to be able to fit in a pouch. Like for example, we can't get the Giga in the pouch. You know what I mean? It's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, see, there's a pickup. If you hold triangle on it, there's a pickup option, and there's nothing around
Oh.
it right now. The Gigas are too big to fit in the pouch.
So it
But
just has a
something,
dot dot dot.
yeah, but something like a glow tail is always going to be able to be picked up, even when it's almost a full adult. So that's what I tamed. So I went to Gen 2 to tame these for that reason. So Wix, if you ever want, when you're baby raising, you can always pot up a guy, bring him up here, and do that little trick with them. But it has to be, they have to be mate boosted, and it has to be the female.
Mate boosted in the female. Okay.
Yep. And then, like I said, so are you pretty excited about these guys? Because these are gonna make your.
Yeah.
So if you guys didn't know, Wix has been like on for days doing babies. And the reason I wanted to get her one so bad is because this is really, I think, going to help you, Wix, don't you think?
Yeah, a lot. A
This
lot,
should
lot.
make your baby raising almost. You know what's really cool too, Wix? Look in the
What?
inventory. So normally, animals would target the cooked meat. It gives it a lower food value. But in this guy, they actually target the raw meat first. Like they're still eating raw meat, which is really good because you want the raw meat to go first.
Because it
You know,
spoils quicker.
yes, yeah. And like I love these things way more than I thought I did, and I'm learning more about them. I finally went and just played it and tested with them, and figured them out. And I feel like these guys, the Gen 2 update was so freaking ridiculous and overpowered. It's making stuff easy. But for baby raising, that's a good thing because making a giga 10 days long doesn't necessarily make it hard. It just makes it annoying.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to show you guys how the kangaroo works and affects the imprint status. We've been starting to raise babies. We got a maturation event this weekend, and we are going to try to get these glow tails fully imprinted, and we're going to pick him up, and it is Tattletale, I believe. This is going to be our new shoulder mount that I plan to use quite a bit. And we'll get into these shoulder mounts down the road, but we're going to raise them up quick. And as you can see, he's in the pouch there. You can take him out by hitting remove from pouch, but we want to imprint him. So we're going to go, you can see on the bottom, it says feed, and we got 67 instead of 34 because it is a double maturation event. Okay, guys, welcome back. To end the episode here, this was the beginning of the weekend. We have double maturation going on right now, and so we decided to test these new Maywings, and I put one out, and we have some new guys to show you. Real quickly though, these guys can do an incredible amount of dinos. So not only are these guys here, but I've been raising these guys, all these over here. So I think as a total, these guys aren't for, these are for the community, not for me. There's like a Bronto and stuff and whatnot, but in a couple gigas because of there is a slight maturation event right now. It's 2x. But anyway, so all of them in there and these guys here, which these guys are going to be mine. And it is going incredibly well. But anyway, so that's like 15, I think there was, guys on one Maywing, and this Maywing was able to keep up. It was really impressive, and they were all babies at one time. But anyway, we're raising two of our new Glowtail guys, and this is going to be the new one I carry around. His name is Tattletale. And we're going to do, this guy is going to be for trades, Sky Fury, because he's super quick, and I'll show this guy off a little bit more down the road. He's going to be he's pretty fast, obviously, and this is going to be our new Cave Runner Ninja Kitty, and our new Giga. He is a 1285 1450 hatch Giga. And this is as good as the Gigas are gonna get. because he has 0 points into everything but his weight in melee. So all of his points that can be put into him are basically maxed out. So that is really cool. And also, I think you're fully imprinted. Yeah, because of this event, they're growing so fast. But and this is gonna be. I really like the blue and green and black, and this is possibly might be our new rider for with Hot Head. I'm not sure. And the Griffins, we will look, we'll see. But I think I might name him Bloodhawk because he's got, all that blood on top of his head. It looks like in his feet. So I might name him Bloodhawk. But we'll see. I might try to stick around and make a better RG from him. And back there, you can see Nurse K has been helping out a lot. As you saw from the clip, we got a double imprint, double from the double maturation event, and then we got 67% instead of 34 because we imprinted the little guy in her pouch. But anyway, guys, this has been kind of a long episode, so I will talk to you guys later. Have a good one. We'll see you next time.